Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival. And we've got this mega platform up here that we need to build on. And someone actually in the comments a few episodes ago actually mentioned that this shadow here is from the change of biome. So we've got the... if we look below the clouds, we've got the dark oak forest down there. So we've got a bit of a changing color here. So it's not too bad, but what we need to do is go ahead and start building on here. But before we do that, I actually don't really know how to build, so we need to practice some of that first. So a few of you guys might remember this village over here that we actually started working on, and it's been a short while since we came down here. But what I'm thinking is, well, obviously that building, which is now infested with iron golems again, and this building here, I actually sort of built off tutorials from someone else. And so I need to obviously get a lot better at building myself. These market stalls I made myself, which I think came out pretty nice. But I obviously need to start working on some of my own designs. So I think we're going to tear at least these down. I'll probably tear this down eventually as well. And we're just going to start rebuilding. Oh man, that looks nice in the background. Got a bit distracted there by it. So yeah, we're going to start rebuilding this village. I'm actually going to make it a little bit smaller than I had originally planned out here. And I think the first sort of building that we're going to do, I was leaning towards like a masonry type area for the stone cutters. Because in the base there, actually, let's just head back into the base and underground. So in the base here, as you can see, we've made quite a bit of progress with the flooring. I think I've got actually all of this one done, which I'm actually not too sure if we got it done in the last episode or not. But this side is all done. This middle bit is basically done. We've just got this little area here, but I need to clean up the villagers. We've got a few iron golems spawning down here, and I need to clean up these chests. The chests just keep getting in the way everywhere. We've got a few stonemasons in here, but I actually think down here, I'm actually not too sure whether or not I'm going to continue with like the halls of farms or not. I know I keep... Whoa there, cowboy. I know I keep changing my mind all the time with these farms and things, but I'm really not too sure what I want going on down here. My flying machines keep stopping, which is really super annoying. And I could redesign the farms without flying machines. But I think for things like this, and the kelp farm and the sugarcane farm, maybe it would be better just to have like a designated area in the world where those sort of farms go, and then I can just turn them off and go about my Minecraft business when I don't need any more goods. So basically what I was thinking, right, is that all these stonemasons and stuff, they can head over to the village. Anywhere we want trading done, it can be done at the village, which is nice and close by. It's pretty quick to fly there. You can actually see it as well once you pop up into the air. So I think we might end up just like, I don't know, killing those villagers that are in there, because we don't really need them. I'm not too sure. I think I might keep them for a little while or repurpose them. But as you can see, the village doesn't really take that long to get to. If we need to do any trading, you know, it'll also bring in a little bit more interactivity with the whole world instead of just staying in one place, because what's the point, you know, of playing this game if you're only going to be in one place? So there's our stonemason right there. I think I might gather up all of the villagers and pop them somewhere, and then maybe tear down a decent section of this and tear down all the buildings, and then maybe plan out where we want it. Maybe extend this river, connect these two little pond or lake type things here. We've got a bit of kelp in there that I'll need to clean up. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tear these down. I'm definitely going to tear all of this down. And we will go ahead and start making a little bit of progress in the village here. Well, our librarian and mason villagers have relocated over to the little farming area over here. I've also, if I can fly, I've also gone ahead and torn down all of the houses in the village here, except for that one because that's got my bed in it and some storage for supplies that I have in the village here. So I think we're going to get started probably just removing some of these trees and things, and then we will connect up, I think probably this little lake thing here with this one over here, and probably get rid of all the pathways and things as well, and the oak planks around here. So I'm going to clear out all of this forest. We'll come back, and I think, well, I've torn also down the market stalls that we had here, and I've just left this building here because this is probably sort of like the style that I want to build in for the village. So I'm just going to keep referring back to this as we're building up the village and see how it goes. I think also around here is probably where we're going to build the masonry. So we'll probably clear out quite a bit of the forest there, and then we'll come back and build the masonry. Well, it's a pretty minor difference, but we've just cleared out a few of the trees from this area here, and we've got the little river or stream going through. It probably needs to be a little bit deeper, to be honest, but for the time being, I think I'm going to just leave it like that, and we'll probably refine the shape a little bit more here and there. But what I want to get started with now is I actually have a little wood box right here. So with the masonry, I've been trying to do like a bit of research on what they looked like in medieval times, but I haven't really been able to find anything sort of substantial. We're going to use spruce logs for the framing and things. I actually probably want to use a bit of this to fill all of this in here as well. How deep is this actually? Okay, I might just fill in the top here, and then we'll go ahead and get our framing down. But yeah, I sort of wanted to make it a little bit accurate, but considering I can't really find anything that sort of, whenever I Google stonemasonry, it just comes up with all these tools and things and people with stones and buildings that aren't stonemasonries. So I think I'm just going to wing it. We're going to try and figure it out ourselves, and we'll just see how it looks. And if it looks kind of crappy, then we'll just knock it down and rebuild it again. But basically what we want is probably like a little living quarters, so something around about there where we can have a bed. So we'll have it come out to here as well. We'll just have it 3 by 3 because we basically just need a bed in there. Or should I have like a... See, this is where it gets hard, because should he just have a bed or should he have like a shop sort of area? Maybe we'll just make it a little bit bigger. Around about, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. I think I might make it probably around about the same size as this one, because if we go ahead and take a look inside here, where is the door? It's not huge, is it? So this is what I've sort of come up with. We've got a little bit of a foundation down here now. This will be the living quarters / shop sort of area. And then out here we'll have like a pergola where he's got like his stonemasonry tools and things like that. So I actually don't know 100% how this is going to look, so I'm going to do a bit off camera and then we'll come back and see how it's looking. Alright, so this is basically what we're working with now. It's very, very similar to what we have over there. We've got, you know, the oak logs right here, and then a mix of stone blocks around the sides here just to add a little bit of detail. So I think the only way we're really going to change this design, I've decided to maybe try and get some bricks and some granite in the mix here. So let's get it on top right here, and I think like if we just do a little bit of a mix of some granite and bricks here, and just like sort of mix it up a little bit here, try and create like a little bit of a pattern, and then we will have a window like say here, and we'll just come up 1, 2, 3 I guess. And so we'll bring that up and let's just fly out and see how that looks. It's probably a little bit too tall, to be honest. So let's bring that down a little bit. And I think just 1 block off the top of this will be pretty good. I just need to get up there and Boom, boom. And then we can maybe bring this across, or maybe the roof when we put it on will sort of seal off that. Let's have another little look-see here. Still doesn't look 100%. I think we probably need to shave a bit off the sides as well. I'm going to keep playing around with this and we'll come back once I've got something that I'm happy with. And this, I think, is looking pretty good. The way that the granite and bricks are mixed into with the stones at the bottom, I think it looks pretty good. It adds a bit of contrast to the build. So I think all that's left to do now is to get the windows in place and the roof in place as well. And then we should be basically just about finished. And then all we need to do is the pergola, and that would be it. Alrighty, now we've got the roof on. I'm not really 100% sold on the brick and granite now, but I was actually just looking at this from here, and it looks like we've got some spruce stairs upside down and some fences on top, which when I was actually looking at this, I was thinking the brick would work if we had a bit more separation there, like a little bit of detail to separate it out from the stone at the bottom. So maybe if we just go ahead and place some fences like so. What did we have there? We had so I've also got to figure out something for the middle here. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do there, but we'll have a play around and see what we can do. Over here we've actually got the walls that go all the way up. Because of the way I've done the roof on this though, how it's just a bit of a triangle, pyramid shape. What even sort of shape is that? I don't know. If you know the shape of that, put it in the comments below. But yeah, because we've got this little shape here, then the walls obviously would go up quite high here. So I kind of want to figure something else out there, because I don't think that would look too good. But anyway, we're going to get all of this in place. Actually, we have got it in place around the front, and I do need some more fences now. So have I got it around the front? No, I've only got it here. But what is that looking like now if we sort of step back here a little bit? Definitely looks a little bit better. Definitely need to figure something else out for this little middle bit. So let's play around for a little bit, see what we can get done. And I've also actually changed my mind about the pergola. I think we're just going to have like some fences here. You know how in Skyrim, how, I don't know if many of you guys have played Skyrim, but in Skyrim they have like when they have the blacksmiths and things, they have, I think I might have the pathway come up this side instead. So if we come up here and then have the fence just sort of like so. And then, yeah, they usually have like fences, and then they have the workstation, the work areas, and they're within the fences. So I think we might have something like that going on if I come out to there and out to there. And then we can have the workstations around here, so we can put the we can have like a workbench here, something like this, and then we could maybe like play around with data packs and things to, I was actually planning on just doing one like that. And then we can play around with maybe some like data packs and stuff so that we can get some tools on top of here or something, or maybe item frames or map art or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool, and go ahead like that. But this is really coming together here now, and it's looking like a sort of nice place for a stonemason to be in. It's actually pretty good with the different types of stone in the build, because obviously stonemasons work with a lot of different types of stone and bricks and things like that. So I think that's looking pretty cool. The separation here is actually breaking up the brick and the stony blocks down the bottom here quite nicely, so I think that's quite nice. We'll just have to see what we can do in the area here where the workstations are going to be. And I guess with a bed and a door right there, that's basically it complete. Obviously we do need to work on the interior a little bit, get like a little bit of a shop front set up here, and maybe divide this little thing here into another room. But the interior I think I'll save for another episode. We also need to go ahead and put the stone cutter down here. I'm just going to place it there for the time being. We do need to still work on this, I think, a little bit, because it's not looking too amazing. If we fly it here real quick, I'm still not 100% sold on the brick and granite combination. I thought that might work quite well. I obviously need to workshop this build a little bit more, but I think we are on the right track. Obviously, it does still look quite similar to this one. As I said in the start of this video, you know, I actually don't really know how to build. How good does that look over my shoulder, though? Just quickly. Yeah, I don't really know how to build things like this. So this is all just practice, and hopefully I can actually come up with a reasonable fix for this. It's halfway there. It's halfway there. I think what we need to do now, though, is actually go ahead and fill in some more like grass down here, so we can have a little path meander down here. I need to get rid of some of these trees here too, and probably just this one here as well. And then we can go ahead and place down some grass here. Can't even speak right now. So if we place that down there, I have my hoe here somewhere, which now I've got the netherite hoe with silk touch and efficiency, so we can just hammer through these. Boom, 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 boom. This is actually so good. It's like the speed of shears, but it's hardly ever going to break. I think I could put mending on this too. I'm going to put mending on this. The hoes are finally useful in 1.16. So let's get rid of some of this here. And this one here, because these probably won't go down by themselves. They're too close to the other trees. And boom, boom, boom. Now we can have a look at what we're working with here. So if we go ahead and place some grass down here, and like so. And then we can just connect it back up with maybe this pathway here that goes around the lake or river or whatever. Something a bit like that. I don't know, I'll just fill in this bit. I don't really know what I'm doing too much, I just sort of do and then see what it looks like. That's my workflow for this. And I just destroyed that when I didn't want to. So then I guess we can go ahead and start taking a path out of here, and I'll probably add in some podzol and coarse dirt and things in here so that it gets a little bit muddy, you know what I mean? And because it, like, you know, people are working in these areas. They're gonna get a little bit worn down. The grass isn't gonna be growing in there. It's a work area, not, you know, like a garden or anything. So we'll just bring this down here. I think we'll also probably actually eventually add in like a proper sort of staircase thing. But this will do for now, so that we know that there is something up there. It's like a little pathway coming down, and eventually we'll probably connect it up as well with this, but I am not sure if we're going to keep in this pathway. We need to develop this area a little bit. I'm probably going to build up most of this village before we go back to building in the mega base there, just because, as you can see from this, I need a lot of practice in my building. I need so much practice. Anyway, guys, that is all from me today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know your feedback about the build and what we could do to improve it. If you have any suggestions on a stonemason house, maybe we don't use this as a stonemason house, maybe we use this as something else. So leave your comments below and let me know what you think. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.